Hello, and now it is time to do our circle activity. And for our circle activity, we are going to be talking about things that are hot. I have the word hot up there, and you can see a sun and a thermometer that shows a really hot temperature, and things that are cold. Like this, I see a snowflake and some snow and a thermometer that shows the temperature that is cold. So I see a thermometer and the word hot. So hot means something like this. And then I see cold, and cold looks like brr, like this. So you guys should have the words hot and the words cold. And then you guys should have pictures. So what we are going to do today is we are going to sort the pictures into categories. So we are going to sort them by whether they are hot or cold. So for this activity, what I'm going to do is I am going to show two pictures on my screen. I'm going to show something that is hot and something that is cold. And I'm going to give you a direction. So I'm going to say, find something that is hot, or point to something that is cold. And then we're going to put it under the correct word. So if it's something that is hot, we're going to put it over there under the word hot. And then if it's something cold, we're going to put it right here under the word cold, because it's something that is cold. All right, so let's start. Let's see what our first two pictures are. I see a what? What do you guys see? What is over there? I see a snowman. Nice job. I see a snowman over there. And what do you see right here? I see a cup of coffee. I see a snowman over there and a cup of coffee over here. So I see something that is hot and I see something that is cold. Which one is cold? I want you to point to the one that is cold. Get your pointer fingers out and point to the one that is cold. So another way to be able to do this activity would also just to be able to hold up one of the items. So if I'm working on something that, for the instance on this page, it says which one is cold. What you could do, parents or whoever's doing this activity, is on this page, I have the snowman and the cup of coffee. So obviously the one that is cold, you would hold up and you would show your child, look, this is something that is cold. A snowman is cold. And then when I put it under the cold picture on the next page, you can prompt them to put it under the cold picture. And that's how we can do this activity together if they're not ready to do it from a field of two yet. So have you guys pointed to what is cold? Is the snowman cold or is the cup of coffee cold? You're right, the snowman is cold. So let's put the snowman picture. Can you guys point to the snowman? Good job. Let's point to the snowman because he is cold. And let's put our snowman picture under the word cold. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Boop. Look, we did it. We put the snowman under the word cold because snowman is something that is cold. You're right. So now let's see what our next two pictures are. Remember, I'm going to have something that is hot and something that is cold. So these, just so your parents know, these are opposites. So we are working on opposites right now while we're also working on identifying items. Wow, I see something that is hot and then I see something that is cold. So let me see. I see a cup of coffee over there. And then I see, does anyone know what this is? It's ice. This is ice. So I see coffee over there and ice right here. Which one is hot? What one is hot? I want you to point to the one that is hot. Which one is hot? Is the coffee hot or is ice hot? You're right. Coffee is hot. Can you point to coffee? Good job pointing to coffee because coffee is hot. So we need to put our coffee picture under the word hot because coffee is hot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boop. Let's put it under there. And there it is. Our coffee, our hot coffee is under the word hot because coffee is hot. Now let's take a look at our next two pictures. So we have something that is hot and something that is cold. What is that picture of over there, friends? What is that? It's a fire. Good job. It's a fire. And then do you remember what this was called? This was one of our last pictures. That is ice. That's an ice cube. You're right. I want you to tell me which one is cold. Point to the one that is cold. What picture is cold? What is something that is cold? You're right. The ice cube is cold. Ice is cold. Can you point to the ice? Because ice is cold. And we were looking for something that was cold. So now let's put our ice under the word cold. 1, 2, 3. Boop. So now look, under our word cold, we have a snowman and ice because those two things are both cold. Let's see what our next pictures will be. Whoa, what do you guys see? Can you tell me what you see if you have your words? What do you see here? What's over there? What do you see over there? I see a popsicle. You're right, a popsicle and a fire. So I see something that is cold and something that is hot. So what I want you to do is point to the one that is hot. Which one is hot? You're right. The fire is hot. Remember in our Sneezy the Snowman book? He was near the fire and it made him melt because fire is hot. Can my friends point to the hot fire? Good job pointing to the hot fire. So now we need to put the fire under the word hot because fire is hot. 1, 2, 3. We did it. Now the fire is under the word hot. So we have coffee and a fire under the word hot. All right, guys, let's see what our next two pictures are. Oh, I see that popsicle again over there. And now I see this thing. What is that? It's an iron. It's an iron. So remember, one of these things is hot and one of these things is cold. I want you to tell me or point to the one that is cold. Which one is cold? Brr. Which one is cold? Use your pointer finger or your words to show me or tell me which one is cold. It's the, good job, it's the popsicle. The popsicle is cold. So we need to move our popsicle picture under the word cold. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Boop. Good job, guys. So now we have our snowman, our ice cube, and our popsicle under the word cold. I bet you now we're going to have to find something that is hot to go under our word hot. You guys are doing awesome at this. So now, whoa, I see two new pictures here. So what do we have here? I see something made of snow over there. Does anyone know what that's called? It's something built of snow. It's called an igloo. That is an igloo over there. And remember, this was one of our pictures from our last two pictures that we had. And this was called an iron. So one of them is cold and one of them is hot. Which one is hot? Which one is hot? Point to the one that is hot. One that we should not touch. It's the iron. You're right. The iron is hot and we should not touch the iron. Can you guys point to the hot iron? Nice work. So now we need to take our iron picture and we need to put it under the word hot. 1, 2, 3. Nice job, friends. So wow, we have already a few pictures under our word cold and a few under our word hot. Let's find some more. Now we have our igloo again, but now we have something new over there. This is something that we see in the sky during the day. What is that? What is that picture over there that we see? It's something that we see in the sky during the day. It's a sun. Good job. So I want you to point to the one that is cold. Point to the one that is cold. Is the sun cold or an igloo made of snow cold? Good job. The igloo made of snow is cold. Because remember, it only snows when it's cold. And you need a snow to make an igloo. So get out your pointer fingers and point to that cold igloo. Good job. So now let's take our igloo picture and move it to the word cold. 1, 2, 3. Good job. And look, here it is. It's under the word cold because an igloo is cold. Let's see what our next two pictures are. It's our friend the sun again. And now we have something new. This one is ice water. Really, really icy water. Do you see that water? And then I see chunks of ice in the water. So this time we need to find the one that is hot. What one do you think is hot? Is the sun hot or is ice water hot? I want you to point to the one that is hot. Which picture is hot? You're right, the sun is hot. Remember when the sun comes out, it melts snow and ice. So the sun is hot and the sun comes out a lot during the summer. And during the summer, it is hot. So I want you to get your pointer finger out and point to that hot, hot sun over there. Nice work. Now let's take our sun picture and move it to underneath the word hot. Let's do this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boop. Now our sun is under the word hot. Our next two pictures are our ice water over there again. And now, ooh, this is something different, but it's something that we have talked about. This is something that we drink when it's cold outside. It's called, does anyone know? It has marshmallows on top. It's called hot cocoa. You're right. It's called hot cocoa. So, we need to find out which one is cold. Which one is cold? Do you think ice water is cold or is hot cocoa cold? Which one is cold? Good job. The ice water is cold because remember, we already said ice was cold. So ice water must be cold. So let's point to the ice cold water. Good job, friends. And let's move our ice cold water to under the word cold. There it is, right there next to me. We did it. We put it under the word cold. Okay, our next two pictures are of, there's our hot cocoa again, our hot cocoa, and then we have a snowflake over there. So we have hot cocoa and a snowflake. We need to find the one that is hot. So I want you to point to the one that is hot. So is snow hot or is hot cocoa hot? You're right, good job. Hot cocoa is hot. So take your pointer fingers and point to the hot cocoa because hot cocoa is hot. So let's move our hot cocoa picture to under the word hot. And there it is, we did it. We put it under the word hot. Our next two pictures are of, whoa, I see our snow over there. And now we have a new picture right here next to me. And this might be new to you guys. This is something called a volcano. This is a volcano. So what we need to do is figure out whether a volcano is cold or snow is cold. What do you guys think? Which one is cold? And we've talked about this. Does it snow when it's hot or does it snow when it's cold? It snows when it's cold. You're right. So that must mean that the snow is the one that is cold. Good job. So can you point to the cold, cold snow? Good job. So I want you to move that snow to the cold word. But listen, before we move on, because the word and the picture of a volcano is probably new, since we're talking about opposites, I want to just say, since the snow was cold, that means that the volcano must be hot. So if we see the picture of the volcano again, we have to remember that a volcano is hot. You're right. So the volcano is hot. But right now, we have to remember that the snow is cold. So we're going to move our snow to the word cold. And we did it. It's right here next to me. Do you see the snow? It's under the word cold. So let's see what our next two pictures are. Friends, I see our volcano again. You remember what we said about the volcano. I see the volcano and then I see this yummy treat next to me. And do you remember? This is something that Sneezy ate at the end of our story yesterday and today. What did he eat at the end of our story? He ate ice cream. You're right. He ate yummy ice cream. So what we need to do is find out which one is hot. I want you to point to the one that is hot. Which one is hot? You're right. Remember we said the volcano is hot. The volcano is hot. So can you point to the hot volcano? Good job pointing to the hot volcano. So let's move that volcano to the word hot. We did it. There it is over there under the word hot. Look at all those things that we found that are hot. And look at all these things that we found so far that are cold. Now we have our ice cream again, and then we have something else over there. That's called a desert. That is called a desert. I wonder if a desert is hot or cold. I wonder if a desert is hot or cold, friends. Let's find out. So what we have to do this time is point to the one that you think is cold. Which one is cold? You're right. Ice cream is cold. Good job. Can you point to the cold ice cream? Nice work. So before we go on, If ice cream is cold, that means that the desert must be hot. You're right. So ice cream is cold and the desert is hot. So let's move our ice cream to the word hot, or to the word cold. Sorry, friends. There it is above me. We put ice cream with all the things that are cold. Our next two pictures are our desert. Remember what we said about the desert. And then we have some milk. You're right, we have some milk. So we need to find which one is hot. I want you to point to which one is hot. Good job, the desert. You remembered, the desert is hot. Can you point to the hot desert? Good job. So let's move that desert to the word hot. There it is, all the way up there. We put the desert with all of the other things that are hot. Now, our next picture is of milk and do you know what this is? It's a candle. It's a candle. So we have to find which one is cold. Which one is cold? I'll give you a hint. We have to keep it in our refrigerator, which means it's cold. Which one is cold? It's the, good job, it's the milk. Can everyone point to the milk? Good job, because milk is cold, and we were trying to find which one was cold. So let's move our milk to the word cold with all of our other cold things. There it is. There is our cold milk. Now I bet we're going to have to find something that's hot. Ooh, I see our ice cube again. And now our candle is back. And we have to find something that is hot. Which one do you think is hot? I want you to point with your finger to which one is hot. Is an ice cube hot? No, ice cube is not hot. We already talked about that. We put the ice cube under things that were cold. So that means a candle is hot. So which one is hot? The candle, you're right. So go ahead and point to that hot candle. So we are going to put the candle under things that are hot. Look, friends, look at all of your hard work. You found a lot of things that were cold and all of the things that were hot. So let's first go over all the things you found that were cold. Look, we said that ice cream was cold, milk was cold, an ice cube was cold, a snowman was cold, a popsicle was cold, an igloo was cold, ice water was cold, and snow was cold. Wow, it's a lot of things that are cold. And then we talked about the opposite of cold was hot. So if things aren't cold, that means they are hot. So these are all things that are hot. Coffee is hot. Fire is hot. The desert is hot. An iron is hot. The sun is hot. A candle is hot. Hot cocoa is hot. And a volcano is hot. So these things are all opposite of each other. And guess what? All of these hot things can make some of these things melt, like snowmen and ice cubes and popsicles and igloos and ice water and snow. All of these hot things can make some of these things melt. And we learned that by reading some of our books last week and reading our books this week, right? So you guys did an awesome job helping me sort things that were hot and things that were cold. So if you guys have any questions or need any help, let me know. And I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure that you do the craft for today and that you send me any pictures or videos that you have in order for me to count you all present for the day. And I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you later.